In the wake of Ty Gibbs' victory at Martinsville by passing his own teammate, grandfather Joe Gibbs is furious at him. After Brandon Jones was dumped by Joe Gibbs on the last lap of an Xfinity Series race, the car's owner, who is in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, hinted that there would be consequences. So what more can happen and what we should know? Hello NASCARians and welcome back to NASCAR Zone. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Ty Gibbs won the NASCAR Xfinity Series race that took place on Saturday at Martinsville Speedway and advanced to the championship 4 of the series as a result of his victory. The public's perception of him had suffered as a result of his success. After spinning his Joe Gibbs racing teammate Brandon Jones out of the lead on the final lap, the 20-year-old Gibbs has been roundly criticized and reviled to the point that his own family has had to speak up on the fallout. The incident occurred after Gibbs caused Jones to lose the lead in the race. Joe Gibbs told reporters on Tuesday that his family and his race team were both trying to work through the aftermath of the final lap of Saturday's Xfinity Series race. Gibbs made a reference to the consequences that his grandson now faces as a result of the fallout from the final lap, which was also a rebuke of Gibbs spinning and crashing his own teammate. Because of how the race turned out, Joe Gibbs Racing would have had 2 drivers competing for the Xfinity Championship 4 if Jones had been able to win at Martinsville. Gibbs had already secured a spot for himself based on the points he gathered during the race. And despite the fact that Jones will be moving on to Junior Motorsports at the end of the season, Jones' father Gior is an executive chairman at Rheem, which is a major sponsor of Gibbs' Cup team.
When tough things happen, and certainly nobody wanted that to happen, I said, now there's consequences, and so we're trying to walk through those with him. I was also there, and so I think a lot about that too. There's things that I could have done a better job of, and so I think together, Ty's walking through it, I'm walking through it, and we're still in that process.
What do you think? What consequences will Ty Gibbs face? Let us know in the comments section below. And do subscribe to our channel for future updates. He believes that understanding the context is the first step of the process.
Working through all of that, there's a lot to it, and we're trying to, as a family and as a race team family, we're trying to work through every single part of that. And we're still going through it because it isn't easy, everything that happened, and we want to go about this the right way. We are walking, I am, and our family is with Ty.
Gibbs' level of talent has been apparent ever since he won in his NASCAR debut in 2021, and it is widely anticipated that he will make the move to the Cup Series full-time in 2023 after winning 10 times in fewer than 2 full seasons of Xfinity racing. However, fans and other competitors do not like him very much due to his extreme aggression, and he has also made himself vulnerable to criticism regarding his lack of maturity as a result of this. In a radio interview, Gibbs drew a parallel to the circumstances surrounding Jesus.
For sure, I always go back to the same verse that Jesus was hated first and among all the people. So, that's a part of it. I feel like, just silencing out the crowd. And I feel like that's what you have to do as a professional athlete. And I feel like some of the best people, are going to get booed, and that's part of life.
2 days prior to Joe Gibbs' comments, Ty Gibbs' father and a JGR team executive, Coy Gibbs, expressed that the Winged race was disappointing.
Today is disappointing. That's not what we wanted for our race team. We haven't met as a group yet because we've been at the racetrack and all over the place, but we'll meet and we're going to deal with that internally.
Joe Gibbs' comments came 2 days after Coy Gibbs' statements. It just so happens that Kevin Harvick intentionally spun Coy Gibbs during a Truck Series race at Martinsville in 2002. As a result of this incident, NASCAR decided to park Harvick for the Cup race the following day. Regarding this, Gibbs said that,
"Look, he's my kid. I appreciate his aggression, but sometimes, you got to pull back a little bit. This is a place where we need to pull back some and just talk to him and explain to him that doing that affects not just him, it affects our whole company. All our sponsors, all the people we deal with, affects Toyota, obviously affected Brandon. So, those are the things that maybe you're not thinking of in that split second, but hopefully we can we can get with him and educate him on those things.
This weekend's Xfinity Series championship race will take place in Phoenix, and Gibbs will compete for the series title against 3 junior motorsports cars, including those driven by Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, and Justin Allgaier. Gibbs will face off against all 3 of these drivers. But this wasn't the first time Ty Gibbs did something like that. His aggressive behavior has been causing trouble all year. What do you think? Is Ty Gibbs a successful driver? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. Based on how he has done on the track, no one can say that Ty Gibbs has not been a success in his first full-time Xfinity Series season. The figures don't lie. Getting to victory lane 6 times is a big deal. Things haven't gone perfectly though. Joe Gibbs Branson, who is 20 years old, has done some bad things. He has shown over and over again that he is not a mature person by acting aggressively on the track and by giving weak explanations for the results of those actions. He has caused a lot of trouble, and many people would say that he deserves it. During the 3rd lap of the 3rd race of the 2022 Xfinity Series season in March at Las Vegas, Gibbs wrecked Ryan C. and his small family team. The race was the season's 3rd race. It was the first of many things that would happen afterward. After a month, Sam Mayer and Joe Gibbs went back to racing against each other in the ARCA Series. They did this at Martinsville. Things got heated on the track before the JGR driver hit the back of the number 1 junior motorsports car a couple of times. He then tried to confront the driver on the pit road, where he kept giving the first blow and hit Mayer squarely while still wearing his own helmet. Mayer was taken to the hospital because he hurt his head. There have been disagreements with 2 of Mayer's JRM teammates, Noah Gragson at Portland and Justin Allgaier at Kansas. After the most recent incident, Gibbs apologized during an interview that had to be moved because it was raining. After his winner's interview for the network, in which Gibbs could hardly be heard over the jeers, he spoke with Claire B. Lang of SiriusXM NASCAR Radio. She spoke to him about the booing fans while they were talking, and she inquired into his thoughts on them.
Does it bother you inside? You know, it's really getting to know you is what people are going to like to do. And they sometimes like to boo people. They like to boo Kyle Busch. You got up on top of the car, you heard the boos, and you were like, bring it on. Not everybody can wear the black cowboy hat, right? I mean, how do you feel about all this? And, you know, what's inside of you on it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I always go back to the same verse that, you know, Jesus was hated first and among all the people. So, you know, that's a part of it. I feel like, you know, silencing out the crowd. And I feel like that's what you have to do as a professional athlete, and I feel like some of the best people, you know, are going to get booed, and that's part of life. And I mean, you can't let other people's opinions and thoughts drive your actions and you know, make you feel bad or anything. It's just part of life.
It should be no shock that the reporters were interested in discussing the final lap, and they barraged the driver with questions about the incident. A few minutes later, Gibbs convened a meeting with the press of the media center and went on to conduct one of the most robotic press conferences in the annals of sports history. Surprisingly, Gibbs responded to 10 of the 11 questions he was asked during the press conference, with the same answer repeatedly, describing how Jones had initially moved him, how he had moved Jones back, and how he hadn't intended to wreck him. In the end, it was a bad weekend for Gibbs in an already bad season, and it didn't help his image. What thoughts do you have regarding Joe Gibbs being furious at Ty Gibbs? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.